Witzke will dump it in the corner, grabbed by Condor to Miller, and he'll get it to Laskoski on the left wing side. Here's Laskoski with Zimmer. A pass to Zimmer, walks in front, shoots, saved by Kilpatrick, rebound, they score! Miller gets the opener. The Eagles with the very quick goal in Game 4, 18 seconds in. Kodiaks with one here, a minute and 3 in, and the Eagles tie it. And here we go again. 32 goals in this series and 2 in the first 2.5 minutes. And this one will come at 2:11, a minute and 8 after the Kodiaks had taken the lead. The Eagles come back and tie it, and it just continues to be a back and forth affair. And it looks like Sterling is going to get credit for the goal. And for Cameron Sterling, that would be his first goal of the series, and the Eagles have tied it at 1. Condor now to Gow to McAdam. McAdam now to Timmerman. He's got Kincaid with him. Here's Timmerman, walks in, a pass in front, Kincaid scores! For an old guy that's on the precipice of losing his voice, this is not exactly what I had dreamt of. 3 goals in 3 minutes. And the Kodiaks have a 2-1 lead, and what a job by Jared Timmerman to get that pass to Robert Kincaid, who puts it home, and the Kodiaks have the lead. It's 2-1. Brokoff down the left wing side. Here he comes. Brokoff goes in around behind the net, tries to center it, and a penalty's coming up. And slashing the call, and the Kodiaks, I believe, going on a power play here. To the point, now comes to Carson Welke. He'll get it to Davis. Across to Brokoff. He'll shoot, save, rebound, scores! Carson Welke scores his first goal of the series. And you can see that coming. Just some great work by the Welke brothers down low. And it is a 3-1 hockey game as Carson Welke scores his first of the playoffs. 93. And yet the Kodiaks are scoring on those shots. There's a shot by Miller. Deflects in front. They whack away at a Davis. Fraser. They score! Well, welcome to the series, Carson Carrillo. Glad you could come aboard. Oh, there you go. Carrillo should get credit for this one. Banging away in front of the net. The Kodiaks getting traffic. And Andrew Milne has called a 30-second timeout as the Kodiaks are blowing this one open.
Number 19, Carson Carrillo.
Along the sideboards, he looks to be a bit hurt. Penalty coming up to the Kodiaks. Here's Witzke now. He'll drop it back to Gardner. Shot, saved by Barman. Rebound comes to Carlson. He centered it and comes back to Witzke. Extra attacker out here for the Eagles. Delayed penalty call. Here's Witzke. He'll get it back to Gardner. Side of the net. Centering pass, knocked away. And penalty coming up. They've got a high sticking call coming against Lane Brokoff. Boards. Here's Zandy. He's thumped there by Weedchester with a big hit on the near side boards, and a candidate for Tollfield Auto. But he crunches the game, and they score. Sterling's got another one. So watching the hit at one end, and then trying to watch Cameron Sterling at the other end, who scores his second goal of the game, second of the series. And the Eagles have cut this lead 4-2, and anybody that would think that the Kodiaks lead was safe at 4-1 has not watched much of this series. Coming out of that, Now the puck on the right wing side. It'll get to center, and Sterling plays it back. And now penalties coming up to the Kodiaks. And we're getting a slash on Carson Welke. Shot goes off a stick. He gets the rebound. Centered it. McAdam. A shot. It bounces in the air. They whack away at it. Where is it? Oh, it jumps out. Penalty coming up. Oh, boy. And we got a couple of penalties coming here. A definite change. Clayton Jardine said in the coach's views he wanted his team to be more aggressive. They have definitely been more aggressive in front of the Canmore net. Oh, and we've got another one of these cross-checking unsportsmanlike penalties. Wait. Just so I temper my homerness. And now we got another penalty. Elbowing is going to be the call, but even if it had been the other way, if McAdam had cross-checked Lyons and he got the 2 minutes for him diving embellishment, I would have said the same thing. Eric Miller now heads to the penalty box for elbowing, and the Kodiaks are shorthanded again. A shot saved. Rebound. Oh, it's blocked by Brennan Davis. He might have just saved the goal. Now Gow runs into Miller. Now puck squirts loose, and it comes to this right wing side for Carlson. Here's Zach Carlson. He walks in, shoots, saved by Barman. Rebound. They score. And the Eagles have cut the lead within one with 17:41 to go in period two. I'm not sure if any lead is safe in this series. A shot that was stopped by Barman, but the rebound gets by him. Extended shift for that Alex Young line, and it pays off for Andrew Milne, and they've got back within 4-3 early in this second period. Randberg. Taylor Miller keeps it in. Now comes back to Condor. He's tripped. Penalty coming up. Kodiak's about to go on a power play. Knocked off the puck by Welke. And Mackenzie Welke flips it up ahead. Race for the puck. Laskowski's going to get it. Here's Cody Laskowski. Breakaway. Shot it over top of the net. You can see it. Nobody can play it, but we'll keep going. And now Carrillo plays it out to center and a race for the puck. Here's Callum Gow. Gow trip. Penalty coming up to Kale Lyons. He got his stick in the skates of Gow and tripped him. Now on the far side, it comes to Eric Miller. He'll get it back to Robert Kincaid. Kincaid across to Miller. 14 seconds to go in the power play. Boy, they are getting good looks and good shots, but somehow the puck's staying out. Now Miller with the puck. He'll get it to Laskowski. 6 seconds left. Laskowski walks in, shoots, goal! Cody Laskowski with the power play goal. You just were thinking they were going to get one. My goodness, what puck movement. And finally, Laskowski had Kilpatrick thinking pass as he came out from the corner. He shot. He beat the Eagles netminder. And the Kodiaks are first to get a power play goal tonight. And they lead this one now by a score of 5-3. Short side on Kilpatrick. And wow, somehow that's not offside. Here's Davis with the puck, and penalty coming up to Welke as he knocks down Eagle player. They call this one elbowing as well. Young in around behind the net, still with the puck. They'll get it back to the point. Penalty coming up. Shot by Lyons. He scores. On the delayed penalty call, K.O. Lyons with the shot. Might have been tipped in front. Looked like it. And penalty was coming. They got the extra attacker out, I believe. And it's a late goal here at 8:07 on the delayed penalty. And we'll see if Carlson did in fact tip it. It was K.O. Lyons who let the point shot go. And it's 5-4. They'll give the goal to Carlson nonetheless, and it's 5-4. And for Zach Carlson, that'll be his second goal of this series. And makes it 5-4. Kodiaks have not led after the second period in this series. They've got a minute and 35 to get through to do that for the first time. Oh, that's a mistake. They did once. Sorry, game 3. Kodiaks led in that 6-1 victory. Now a penalty coming to Spafford. So the Kodiaks are actually on a power play here. Seconds to go. Here's Davis now. He'll switch with Brokoff. Nearly lost it. Got it into Fraser. Penalty coming up. Interference call against Lane Brokoff. For Carlson, stopped by Gow. He'll flip it in. Now takes a hit there from Alex Young. That's going to be a penalty, I think. Interference is going to be the call. And Andrew Milne talked about discipline. And that could be ranked up there as an undisciplined penalty by your star, Alex Young. Jarusek, he lost it. Zimmer picks it up towards the empty net. He scores! Damon Zimmer with another one, and it's a biggie into the empty net. And Zimmer has his 5th of the playoffs. And the Kodiaks have a 6-4 lead with 33.8 seconds left to go. And that should put a cap on this one for the Kodiaks, who will win the all-important Game 5. Around, Kilpatrick gets to the bench again with 15 seconds to go. Here's Carrillo with the puck in the corner. He'll flip it through the center ice area. Timmerman trying to knock it down. It's off a stick. It rolls towards the net. They score! I think Carson Carrillo just scored his 2nd goal of the hockey game into an empty net. Might have went off an Eagle player's stick, but nonetheless, Kilpatrick had just gone to the bench.
To the game, scored by number 19, Carson Carrillo.
Carrillo gets the other empty net goal, 2 in an empty net, and the Kodiaks with their highest goal total of the series, 7. And they beat the Canmore Eagles by a score of 7-5. The post-game show is coming up next. This is Wild Rose Co-op Kodiaks Hockey on New Country 98.1 FM and online at newcountry981.com and hockey